Hey, this is still working. No hype, no shortcuts. All this is real work of me building GRITBAR one step at a time. And in this episode, all we're doing is packaging bars. And perhaps we'll talk a little bit about discipline. So GRITBAR was built for the days you don't have time to stop. This channel was built for the days you don't feel like continuing. So if you're building something, if you're rebuilding yourself, or you're just trying to stay consistent, you are not alone. Trust me. By the way, my name is Robert. I am the founder of GRITBAR, and welcome to my kitchen. So here we go. What do we got here? We have about 24 bars right here that were just baked today, and they still need to be cooled. I had them stacked right now in between parchment papers, and I've already shaped them, put the perforations in them so they're breakable. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the fridge for now so they can be cooled. And we're gonna work on a different batch that is already ready to go that I baked about 3 or 4 days ago. So here we have about 10 bars left out of that batch. I made about 30 from that batch. And so those, the 20 of them have already gone out the door. These 10, I got to go ahead and get them ready for shipment. So, and here they are. So what do we got here? We have these Mylar bags. See, this is going to be one of those videos where I look back and I'm going to say, that's how it all began. Because some of you are going to look at, this is where it all began. Some of you are going to look at this and ask, why does he do it that way? Isn't that's so expensive? It's like not cost effective at all. But I'm telling you, sometimes you just gotta get started and just do something. You can spend your whole life trying to calculate costs and not do a thing until everything's perfect. But all in all, it cost me about $1.20 to package this bar in these Mylar bags, $1.20 per bar when I add up all the costs. And that is between these 5x7 bags and these oxygen absorbers. I put these little tabs in there to keep them fresh. One day, I'm going to get a nitrogen sealer where I'll flush the oxygen out of here and fill it with nitrogen. You may remember those. You may remember seeing that in like potato chip bags, how they're always poofy because they're probably filled with nitrogen. And nitrogen helps keep the food item from spoiling because oxygen tends to be enemy of a lot of foods. And it's definitely the enemy of the GRITBAR. So one day I'm going to get a nitrogen sealer. I won't need these oxygen absorber tabs anymore. But I throw these in the bag with it. I also have this, and all this is this is a little design template that I did on Canva of the labels that I put on the front and the back of each Mylar bag. And all it is a pack of 100 shipping labels using Avery templates. And I take the design from off of Canva and just load it up into an Avery template, take it over to the shipping store and print off color copies. And I usually do about 200 because if I only do 100, they'll charge me like 29 cents a sheet. So that's 29 cents per bar. But if I do 101, just over 100, it's 19 cents per bar. And these packages come in packages of 100. So I usually just get 2 of these and do about 200 printouts for 19 cents per bar, end up paying about $30 to $40 for that one order. So there's 19 cents per bar there, and that's these Mylar bags. That's probably another 20 to 30 cents, and same with this, and the printing paper, the paper itself costs. So altogether, I'm looking at between $1 to $1.20 per bar just on the packaging. So, and it's a little cumbersome, it's tedious. You do this for a while. Eventually, we'll get to a place where we're going to have these pre-packaged design packages where we won't have to do all this work. But because they're like this, I have to cut them each individually, and it takes a lot of time. So I'll just show one example. I'll go ahead and stick these on the Mylar bags just so you'll see how long it took me to do one. And I'm starting to get quicker at them, I think. So here's the front label. Sometimes I mess up when I do that little hand swipe, end up jacking the whole paper up, and I have to tear it off, waste it. Sometimes bubbles show up in it, and you have to work the bubbles out. Yeah, see right there. See? Here we go. So that's ready. So I'll go ahead and, before I stick my hand in the bag, I will go ahead and put gloves on because they're already baked, and I don't want to touch these bars anymore once they're baked. Not with my bare hands, even if they're clean. It's different before they're baked. But after they're baked, they're fresh, you need to put gloves on. When you serve food to anybody that's ready to eat, you put gloves on. So there we go. So I'm going to take an oxygen absorber. I'm going to open this up. Got some already out here. Oxygen absorber. I'm pretty sure you've seen these before. The weight on this is 300 cc's, I believe. Yeah, that's all I need. So I'll stick that in the bag, open it up so the bag can stand. I'll grab one of these bars, toss it in, fold it to get as much air out as possible, seal it. Okay, I'm going to go through and finish the whole. Then I'm going to seal it again with the sealer. All right. Make sure my dial is set correctly. Yep. And this is just a heat sealer. Hope you can see this. There. And that's sealed and ready to go, except for one thing. I got a Best Buy date right here. I got to put my date of when this is good. So right now, we're still testing expiration date, so I only have the shelf life 3 weeks on it. It can go 4 weeks, but I just say 3 just to play it safe. I think it can actually go longer than 4 weeks, but I'm just playing it safe right now. We got a lot of work to do with getting that shelf life up. So this is my gun for putting the date stamp on. So I need to pick a date of what is the date today? Today is the 18th. Let's see. Oh, 25th. So 25th, it's almost February already. 25th. So it's going to be February 8th will be no, this is back from Thursday. So I made these Thursday. So we're looking at the 15th, 22nd, 29th, the 5th. Yeah. That's Thursday. It will be February 5th. And oh gosh, and February 5th is already set on here, because I've already packaged 20 bars with February 5th from the same batch. So there we go. And usually I just gun it. But there we go. That is a finished package. Now what I usually do is I go ahead and I'll just do a whole bunch of one particular thing at a time. I'll take off my gloves because I'm going to go ahead and cover these up for now, the 9 bars that are left, and I'm going to go ahead and cut out 9 sheets of this, which I already have 1 here, so I have 8 left. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee just as a reward for getting 1 done. But usually I do it like every 5 bars. I'll take a sip of my coffee or whatever drink I have at that moment. So here we go. I have one label ready to be already cut, ready to be stuck to the Mylar bag. So I'm gonna get out 8 more. Let's go through this. This is it could get pretty tedious. And once we get really busy, I got help. My daughter helped. And there's some people down the street that have offered to help once we start getting really busy, and people at the church have offered to help. So there is help available once we start getting volume before we ever have to step into a commercial kitchen or anything like that. But for right now, we're keeping it as simple as possible and trying to grow as much as we can right here from the house as a cottage food business. So here we are. Let's cut 8 of these. So don't mind me if I get quiet sometimes. Just takes a minute. There's 2. You know, I think about sometimes, how much work it takes to do stuff like this, and why do I keep going? And that's the whole premise. It's my why. Passion projects are amazing. If you're not passionate about something that you want, some goal you want to attain, it's hard to stay disciplined. It's hard to just keep going even when you don't feel like it. I tell you what, there's a lot of days where I don't feel like it, especially when you've gone through a lot. Some of y'all, maybe you don't know yet, but I lost my wife about 7-8 months ago. And this is the one thing we were working on together. It's the one thing that, next to seeing my children every day, that has been able to get me back up on my horse. I have something to do that commemorates her or honors her in some way and remember her. Plus, it keeps my mind busy. We all go through our own trials, whether we lost someone or not, whether we're dealing with circumstances. Maybe it's the job we hate. Maybe it's a relationship. Maybe we have financial stresses. I don't know, it could be a number of things. And they make us want to give up sometimes because you get to those points where like, what's the use? You do get to those stages in life where you're like, what's the point? And you just want to stop. I have found that you just can't stop. It doesn't matter how much you don't feel like doing it. You got to do it anyway. And as hard as that is to do and easy to say, I'm telling you from experience, just from my own experience, that even if I have to roll out of bed how to do it. Because there's people that depend on me too. That's another big part of it. There's people that depend on me. So I got to keep going. 6. I've done a lot of that motivation stuff in my past where you get hyped up for a season. It's almost, you get a natural high. You just get really excited. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. But then it fades. You wonder why you're in the same position that you were the previous year after you just went to some kind of motivational seminar and you were all gung-ho and ready to do it, but you did not have the grit yet. You did not have the discipline or the ability to stick through with things when the going gets tough. And perhaps you didn't have a big enough why yet or reason for going. I guess when the hopefully I say this right. When the pain of not doing something becomes stronger than the pain of just sticking with the old ways, with your old bad habits, that's when we start to make changes, I think. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes when I'm talking, I lose count. 5, 6, 7, 8. One more. There was a story, a short story I heard one time, and maybe it was from Dan Miller, the man who wrote 48 Days to the Work You Love. Maybe it was from him. I want to say it was from a story. I got to look back. It could have been in his book, Rudder of the Day. It's been years, but it's about a dog sitting on a nail. Well, it's where I heard the story. There was a hound dog on a porch. That's what it was. I think there was a man sitting on a porch with his dog. And the dog would just sit there and just howl all day long and just moan and howl in agony. I think somebody came over and asked him, why does your dog howl like that? And the owner's like, well, he's sitting on a nail and it's painful. And the neighbor was like, well, why didn't he just get up and move? And the dog owner says, well, I don't know. I guess it just doesn't hurt bad enough yet. Isn't that funny? Life is crazy. It's like, why does stuff have to hurt so bad before we can make any kind of significant changes in our lives? But it's the irony. I guess that's what it is. Let me throw these away. Some people will sit there in comfortable misery their whole lives. Comfortable misery. That's basically what that dog was doing. Comfortable misery. He was so comfortable, but it didn't hurt bad enough to get up and actually do something about it. You know, do you feel bad for the dog or not? guess not. It's his choice. Maybe feel sorry for him. Here we go. Just stick these on there. But there's got to be a reason to get up and do it again, day in, day out. You got to have a reason. If you don't have that reason, it's pointless. Put these over here. Say, you don't have that why big enough. It is pointless. That's why your New Year's resolutions never work. There's no real goal. No, I don't want to have a New Year's resolution. I want to have a real goal to attain. Something that gets me excited, something that fires me up. There's one. A GRITBAR. I'm telling you, this thing, nothing has, well, when I was a kid, I had some excitement with dreams that I wanted to do. There's all kinds of stuff that I wanted to do as a kid that, we all have those things that we wanted to do as a kid. There were things that I did when I was younger that were exciting. This is, oh my goodness. It's meaningful. It serves a real cause. It really provides a real need, a benefit to people. I mean, I'm going after the fast food industry directly. Like, look, there's no reason why healthy food should not be that hard to get and be affordable. There's no reason. And make it taste good too. That seems to be something that people deal with. Healthy food just doesn't taste good. Well, this GRITBAR tastes good. There is I think I hear a cat outside trying to get in the house. But anyways, I love this bar. My wife loved it, and she's real picky. She was real picky with her tastes. So, she practically near vegan. She went through some vegan seasons, but then vegetarian, and then she would add some meat back here and there. But so she had a very picky eating lifestyle. But she loved GRITBAR. She could eat this thing all day. And so I knew we had something. So if I liked it and she liked it, yeah, this is something good. And then on top of that, how clean it is. And I'm not doing a hard sell. I'm just talking real here. On top of that, how clean it is. I mean, we were like, whoa, this thing, I cannot believe we were able to put this together. This food bar, this meal, it's a real meal replacement. I mean, it gives you all the macronutrients that you need. And enough to sustain you. Enough people have tried it to where they say, wow, this actually, even half of the bar, for some people, it depends on your diet, half of the bar gets them through the day or through 3 to 4 hours, part of the day. For some people, it takes a full bar, like me. I guess I have a bigger diet. It takes me a full bar, and I'm in another 4 hours before I get hungry. But it's phenomenal. I'm happy with it. I know some other people are too. So we're just gonna be. I guess I'm gonna do my best to document this and just document this whole process. This has been going on for like a year now. It was October of 2024 when we came up with Grit 49, that brand. Didn't know what I was going to do with that. But all I know, there was a message behind to keep moving. There was a message behind that you got to keep moving. You just got to keep moving. Motivation's one thing, but discipline's another. I don't care how small the move is, as long as you're moving in one small step. As long as you move forward. To not move is pointless. If you can get 1,000,001 small steps, that's huge. Many people will go forever and not make a move because they're waiting for things to be just right. Gosh, we only got so much time left. There's a reality check right there. We don't know how much time we have left. You're gonna waste it doing what you hate? That's on you. If you're gonna make changes, you better make them. Make them soon. I'm 50 years old now. Grit 49, that's what because we started this when I was 49 years old. So that's how the number 49 came out, because originally I saw 50 coming. It was like a wall to me. And I'm like, what have I done with my life? Gone all this time. Am I going to let all these failures, because I've had a few setbacks with businesses and circumstances. And am I going to let all these failures be the end of my story, or am I going to do something about it? So I can get over that hump at 49 years old and 50 years old and be proud that I actually did something worthy that benefits others. So that's where all that started. Now, I might be rambling a little bit, but you're just hanging out with me. Appreciate you being here. Let's see. Almost got it. This should be number 8. You see how long this takes. That's why I'm so looking forward to eventually getting the prepackaged, the pre-designed package where I send them the design and they'll just have it ready. So I just throw the bar in there. That'll be great. That'll be one major task. But until then, we keep going. Can't stop. This is the last one of this batch. And before I put the I'm going to go ahead and stick the label stickers on them before I put the gloves on. Once I put them on, I put them on. That's it. All right. Here we go. Come on. Maybe there's a better way to stamp them. I don't know. When you're starting out, it doesn't matter. You just got to do it. Things are going to be There's always going to be a better way to do things, but you don't wait until things are perfect. That is a time killer right there. You just do it and do it consistently every day, every week. So this is the first of Still Working series, or we're just going to call this program, these episodes, we're going to call it Still Working, because it doesn't matter what we're doing or how far along in the game we are, we're always still working. There's always a better way to improve things. There you go. Stamped, labeled, ready to stuff them. Get my gloves. Let's see. Oh yeah. Take a sip of my cold coffee. I don't know why I'm drinking coffee right now. It's like 8:23 p.m. at night. This is like probably the worst decision to make for me. We'll find out. Gosh, I hope I'll be able to sleep tonight. Okay. All right, let me open up the Wallaby bags here. Let's throw about 9. Nine of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. All right. Let's stuff it. I can open them. Label, bar. So you may look at this and, man, what if you have to do that every day for the rest of your life? You know what? Whatever. As long as I'm making progress. I don't think of it like that. Every bar that I package is going to benefit somebody. Somebody's going to eat that, and they're going to get energy, and they're going to feel good, and they're going to increase their PR times on their runs. Every single bar. I think about the benefit that it's going to give that one person. And that may sound crazy, but it is. I mean, these things are really cool. They do a lot good. I just can't believe how clean they are. I've even heard it from some other people. Man, I cannot believe how clean he got this. And it's you just don't see it. I have a hard time finding food this clean when I'm on the road. I don't know anyone would. I tested myself out the other day, just running into Ingalls to see if I could grab some food in under 5 minutes or 3 minutes. That would be the equivalent to a GRITBAR, and not messy, something easy and very convenient because I'm on the road and I'm going, and couldn't do it. It was hard. I ended up getting I got a Bolthouse Farms strawberry banana, a Premier Protein drink, and a Cliff Bar. I still didn't get enough fats, I don't think, out of all that, and I got too much more protein. I got some added sugars that I didn't want. And it is what it is. I tell you what, I say all that, say, yeah, every bar benefits somebody, but don't get me wrong. I am going to be looking for quicker ways to do this. But right now, one at a time. I am the machine right now. The robotic arms. I don't think we've crossed that level yet. Some of these fast food restaurants have robot arms in them now. I haven't seen one in person, but I've seen like commercials or videos of them. It's crazy. It's like the wave of the future. All this robotic stuff, AI and robotics. It's like here in this house, just me and these hands. One more. Man, why do I have an extra? I hope I didn't leave one out. I gotta check that last one. Why do I have an extra? Let me just check this last one. Talking about robots. Robots would never get this wrong. Nope. Yes. Well, don't mind me, but I'm gonna look just to make sure, because I have severe OCD, and it is what it is. It's like I'm restuffing them. There it is. That's why I have an extra. Praise God, I have OCD. Okay. Okay, there we are. There we have it. So, that was the first episode of Still Working. We talked a little bit about discipline, and most of it was just you watch me package things. So, thanks for sticking around, and I will do my best to keep this consistent, to just give you some content to watch you, or so you can watch the GRITBAR process build from the ground up. So we've been working on this for about a year. Sorry, October we came up with the brand, and starting January of 2025, a year ago, we started building the GRITBAR. And we have some videos out there, some little stuff of me doing some batch testing. But from this point on, we will start recording the process of me, just what I'm doing here in the kitchen. And hopefully you find some enjoyment out of it and just hanging out. If not, I mean, if you're working late, just know I am too. And we'll get through this together. So thanks for being here. And until next time, you guys keep moving. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye.